Welcome, seekers of growth. You saw the title of this video and something deep within you stirred. A small voice whispered, "This is your moment," and you, without hesitation, answered that call. Let me tell you this is no coincidence. You are here for a reason. Maybe you've been hesitating, caught between comfort and the unknown. Maybe you've been holding back, waiting for a perfect moment that will never come. This is your sign. No more excuses, no more halfway attempts. It's time to go all in. The Bible tells us, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." Colossians 3:23. This is not a time to approach life timidly. It's a time to step boldly into your purpose. If you've been searching for meaning, for direction, for clarity, stay with me. Together, we will uncover what it truly takes to break through. Stay until the end, and you'll see. Statistics don't lie. According to reports, 85% of Americans hate their jobs. Can you fathom that? A majority of people wake up every day with dread in their hearts, dragging themselves to places that feel more like prisons than opportunities. And here's the chilling part. Mondays between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. are the peak hours for heart attacks. Coincidence? Or is it the weight of living a life devoid of purpose? Jesus once asked, "What good will it be for someone to gain the whole world yet forfeit their soul?" Matthew 16:26. Many of us are trading our souls for the illusion of stability. But deep down, we know we're capable of so much more. You know it. That's why you're here. The wealth of the wise is their crown, but the folly of fools yields folly. Proverbs 14:24. That verse? It was my life. I thought money was the answer to my problems. But wealth without purpose is like a well without water. It leaves you thirsty and empty. Yet, the greatest lesson I learned wasn't about money. It was about purpose, discipline, and serving something greater than myself. At 21, desperate for direction, I joined the military, believing it would fill the emptiness inside me. I wanted to serve, to make a difference, but I was wrong. The military didn't erase the void, it deepened it. Like Jonah running from Nineveh, I thought I could outrun my calling. But you cannot run from the hand of God. The military taught me one invaluable lesson. You cannot succeed without going all in. You don't get to quit when things get hard. You don't get to call in sick. Every day is a battle. And isn't life the same? You are not here to live in mediocrity. You are here to endure, to grow, to overcome. In my youth, I sought advice from people who were as lost as I was. Broke people telling me how to manage money. Unhappy people advising me on life. Jesus said, "Can the blind lead the blind? Will they not both fall into a pit?" Luke 6:39. And that's exactly what happened. I fell. Hard. But falling isn't the end. It's the beginning. The world will tell you to chase comfort, to buy things you don't need, to live for validation. But hear me, comfort is a trap. Growth comes when you leave comfort behind. Like the prodigal son, I had to lose everything to find what truly mattered. People often say, "Practice makes perfect." That's a lie. Nothing in life is perfect, not the timing, not the circumstances, not even you. But practice makes progress. Every small step forward brings you closer to your purpose. The Bible reminds us, The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. Proverbs 4:18. Progress is your light. Chase it. Fear is the greatest barrier to progress. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But let me tell you something profound. Fear is also your guide. Chris Williamson once said, "Run toward what you want and away from what you fear." Fear isn't a wall, it's a signpost, pointing you to where you need to grow. Think about Peter walking on water. The moment he let fear consume him, he began to sink. But when he fixed his eyes on Jesus, he did the impossible. Take courage. It is I. Don't be afraid. Matthew 14:27. Fear will always be there. The question is, will you let it stop you or propel you forward? There have been moments in my life when I had to leave everything behind. Friends, family, comfort zones. Each time it hurt, but each time it was necessary. Jesus said to his disciples, "Follow me and I will make you fishers of men." Matthew 4:19. They left their nets, their livelihoods, their families. Why? Because they knew there was something greater ahead. Leaving isn't easy. It requires faith, but when you look back, you'll see the progress, the growth, the transformation, and those who truly care for you, they'll see it too. Why are you still waiting? The fact that you're here means you're not average. Average people don't seek growth. They don't look for answers. They don't question their comfort. But you're different. You're teachable. You're hungry. And that hunger is your greatest gift. Let me leave you with this thought. The time will never be perfect. The conditions will never be ideal. But the calling, it's already within you. The Bible says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans." Proverbs 16:3. So stop waiting. Go all in. The people who tell you what you should do with your life often have no respect for their own. Why would they have respect for yours? Even if they mean well, even if they love you, they cannot know the depth of your soul, the vastness of your potential, the hunger that keeps you awake at night. They don't see the visions you see. They don't hear the whispers that call you to something greater. Your mother, your father, your sister, your friends, they know only the version of you that you've shown them, the carefully curated fragments, the pieces you have chosen to share. They don't see the silent wars you fight in the depths of your mind. They don't feel the ache in your chest when you think of the life you were meant to live. And that's okay, they're not supposed to. Your destiny is yours alone. But this is where it gets hard, because sometimes to step into the life you were created for, you have to delete the one you're living now. You have to let go of the old to make room for the new. And that will hurt. It will feel like betrayal. Betrayal of your past, of your roots, of the people who thought they knew you. But here's the truth you need to understand. Loyalty to your old life is treason to your future. Think about Abraham. God called him to leave his home, his family, and everything familiar to journey to a land he'd never seen. Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. Genesis 12:1. Abraham didn't know where he was going. He didn't have a map, a plan, or guarantees. But he went. Why? Because he trusted the voice calling him forward more than the comfort of the life he was leaving behind. You look around at the people who love you, who want the best for you, and you wonder if stepping out will hurt them, disappoint them, confuse them. Let me tell you something. Their love for you doesn't mean they understand your path. Even Jesus faced this. When he was a boy, his parents searched frantically for him, only to find him in the temple. His response? "Didn't you know I had to be in my Father's house?" Luke 2:49. Even Mary and Joseph, the ones who raised him, didn't fully grasp his purpose. So, why would you expect anyone to fully understand yours? The people around you can only see the world through their own lenses. They project their fears onto you, their limitations, their doubts. They tell you to be realistic, to play it safe, to stay where it's comfortable. But here's the thing. Comfort is where dreams go to die. If you want to live a life that matters, you have to step into discomfort, into the unknown, into the fire. And yes, the fire will burn. But do you know what else it does? It refines. He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. Malachi 3:3. The fire is not your enemy. It is the forge where you are transformed, where the impurities are burned away, and your true self is revealed. Remember when Jesus told Peter to step out of the boat and walk on water? Peter took that first brave step, but then he let the wind and waves distract him, and he began to sink. That's what happens when you listen to the noise around you. The opinions, the doubts, the fears. They're the wind and waves trying to pull you under. But Jesus didn't let Peter drown. He reached out and pulled him up, saying, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" Matthew 14:31. That same hand is reaching for you, but you have to take the step. You have to leave the boat. You have to trust that the one who called you will sustain you. And let's be real. This won't be a one-time decision. It's not as simple as leaving once and never looking back. There will be days when the old life calls to you, when the pull of familiarity feels stronger than the promise of the unknown. On those days, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself of the dreams that kept you awake at night, the visions that stirred your soul, the purpose that set your heart on fire. And when it gets hard, and it will, remember these words. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10. You are not alone in this. You are not walking this path by yourself. So go. Do it now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It will never come. Don't wait for approval. You don't need it. Don't wait for the fear to disappear. It won't. Go, despite the fear, despite the doubt, despite the noise. Go because this is your life, your calling, your destiny. And no one has the right to tell you how to live it. This is your moment. Take it. Burn the plow. Leave the boat. Let the old life die so the new one can be born. Go. Get it. Now.